This unheard of dog token is set to make some tail wagging gains. Let's go, y'all. Welcome back to the show. I'm Joe Vizzani, CEO, co-founder of Lunar Crush. It's Friday night, and you guessed it, guys. We're back on top of dog tokens. Dog tokens, meme coins. I don't make the rules. The data tells me what to do. That's what's hot. That's what we're talking about. So we got a short and sweet show for you tonight, but tons of alpha packed in. Now it's Friday night. Usually volatility comes out of the market a little bit on the weekends, but that's okay. While we're looking left, everyone else is looking right. We got, what's the backdrop right now? We got Bitcoin taking a little bit of a break, a little bit of a cool down. Some of the L1s taking a little bit of a cool down, but I don't think that's going to last very long. I think that we get to the weekend, have a nice kind of less volatile weekend. Monday starts, inflows start, ETF starts. There's only a little bit of a break that's going to happen here. So we're going to try to make some great entries into the market. Sometimes you can make a great entry on a weekend when no one's really looking. So that's going to bring me to tonight's focus. This is a great one. This is going to be awesome. You guys might know the C blockchain. So the C blockchain is an L1, and their focus is on being the fastest. They say fastest parallel blockchain. All the marketing that I've read is really around the fastest trading L1. So very focused on the trading ecosystem. And, you know, if you even look at some of their backers here, they've got Coinbase, they've got Circle, they've got Delphi, and then they've got Jump, and Jump's a huge market maker. So, you know, you can tell that they've got some pretty solid backers. They've got some market makers that are in there that they're showing off on their site as well. So, you know, this is you can see what the narrative is that they're kind of set up for. So very clean website, pretty impressed. You know, all the great stuff that you want to see. Looks like the ecosystem's all there. Brand kit, things are looking good. So what's happening with C as we go to the charts here? This is on Max. So we're talking, you know, the launch here in August of last year. So pretty recent. So this coin has not seen a true bull market yet. So they're in their first kind of cycle, which is pretty cool. Not seen a lot of that except for in some of the Bitcoin L2s that are out there. So keeping a good eye on that. You know, looking at all-time high, all-time low, you know, they're only 11% off their all-time high. And, you know, they're up 900% in the last couple of months. So doing better than a lot of the other L1s that are out there when it comes to return in the last couple of months, especially year to date. So nice little move up here. You know, so some of the people that were buying down here, you know, they've had a nice return thus far. So looking at social, this is Lunar Crush. We're looking at the last 6 months. So same kind of time frame that we were just looking through. And, you know, you could see I've got the number of posts up right now against price. And so this is the number of posts that we get across X and TikTok and Reddit and YouTube. And so we're looking at a couple hundred posts for all of C back in just October, November. Kind of has a bump up in November, 6,000, drops back down, but you can see a lot higher sustained lows here. And so, you know, as price has gone up, obviously more people have talked about it, but also it's a super crowded market right now with the meme tokens that really suck up all that social media share. And so looking at that share really quick, social dominance, you know, 0.3%. So it is up, you know, 4x, sometimes even higher than that, 10% social dominance. Pretty good. So C token's done really well over the last couple of months from a social perspective, and it's done well from a price perspective. So, you know, looking at who are some of the creators that are out there talking about this, they're talking about themselves. So obviously they're pretty active, 39 posts in the last 24 hours. That's great. That's what we like to see. Some other larger influencers in there. We got our good buddy Crypto Man Ran in there talking about it. So they've got their eyes on this. And so, you know, what I'm actually looking for here on C, and the way that I wanted to kind of bring you guys some information for tonight was I was looking around at some of the other L1s that have done well, but haven't had their own kind of meme coin craze yet. And, you know, the way I kind of think about that is, you know, you've got C token, you've got a lot of people that are probably into the market down here, and they just got almost a 10x in just the last couple of months. And so if these people are sitting on some potentially pretty big bags and there's nowhere for that money to go, what do they start doing? It's an L1, it's a trading L1. They're probably going to start launching some meme tokens. And that's exactly what we're seeing. And so looking for the first meme tokens that are coming out on C. Obviously, I'm looking for dogs. That's what we got. This Milli token, they are in the same kind of narrative as the rest of the blockchain in the L1. They're saying the fastest community coin on the fastest chain. So they're kind of lock in step with each other. So that's also good to see. Not sure who's launched this coin or where it even came from. Obviously, it's a very meme coin oriented page here. How to buy, tokenomics, roadmap, buy here. Here's our social media, buy here, chart, CoinGecko, CoinMarketCap. Here's the contract, go buy it. So, super memey. It's a dog, like decently well done here. Obviously it's really fun. They've got some tokenomics as well. 50% to liquidity pools as well means they're focused on trading to have that much of supply going directly towards liquidity pools. So good to see that. Roadmap's all about exchange listings and making it the number one altcoin and having it grow. So you can see what they're focused on over here. And then they've got this awesome disclaimers. They've got their legal. Milli is 100% community driven and has no intrinsic value or expectation of financial return. There is no formal team or roadmap whatsoever. The coin is for entertainment purposes only. So take that to heart. And so looking really quickly at some of the charts here, this is looking back a month here, and actually it doesn't even go back to a month. It goes back to the 11th. So we're just 4 days into this coin's existence. Self-reported market cap. That's, I'm usually not too suspect on that. But they've got probably an API here where you can pull and see where that actually is coming from. So the market cap is actually similar to the fully diluted market cap. So the supply is out there. And this thing's pretty flat. It says 45%, but, it's probably on pretty low volume over here and not a huge move. So not a really big move on this at all yet. And then looking at the markets, not sure if they launched on Cosmos originally and then they've reset onto C, but there's just the one DEX on Astroport. So it looks like the volume is there. 500K in volume. Still, again, this is like insanely like risky, crazy. This is a small cap. Do your own research. This is not financial advice. So keep an eye on this, but still a decent amount, 500,000 volume a day. When the market starts to move, I'm sure that goes much higher as well. And then looking over at CoinGecko, they didn't even have like the feed in here yet. So that's how new this is. Like they've got the exchange in here, but something's not pulling through. It says there hasn't been any trade, so something's broken on their end. So who knows? Maybe that's also a good signal that it's so new. Looking at Lunar Crush here, we also just added this, and looking at like the 1 week here, I'm really not even looking at price yet because that's just coming through. But I'm looking a little bit at some of the social and where that's coming through in the last week. So we only picked up a couple of posts on this thing, and it's starting to kind of push up. Even got up to almost 400 posts. Looking at the number of creators, only like less than 200 people talking about this thing. So extremely new. And then it's always fun to see, 185 creators in the last 24 hours. So it looks like we do have a little bit more. And then almost 600 posts and then 65,000 interactions. That's literally nothing. It's such a small amount of interactions. That could be one influencer posting one time and getting some purview on this. So, and then we've got a couple of influencers that are talking about it. I wanted to pull some of their tweets up. We've got NFT Llama, looking at NFT Llama, NFTllama.c. So obviously probably some sort of C maxi, bullish on C if it's in the name. He says, damn Milli on C network, 7 million market cap. What a comeback the dog lives on. If you have zero exposure on C, this is the one. His disclaimer here, I got a FU type of bag, big bag, and just vibing on it. Patience, fantastic team, and I believe we keep going. So I'd say that's positive sentiment. So love it. Love to see the sentiment out there. Here's another one from MrPunk.eth. Imagine not bidding Milli in the 4 to 5 million range while your fave chef is loading his bags and then a cat's crying and then just pointing at you, probably trying to make you feel bad. Milli to a Billy is programmed. So some influencers, obviously that's coming through as positive as well already. Didn't even have to grade it. So we got some influencers that are out there looking at this. The marketing has happened in some sort of way, but obviously it's at the very, very cusp and it's at the beginning of it. So what's up with the Milli actual channel on X? 7,500 followers, sub 10,000 followers. This thing is just getting started. This thing is just brand new. That's it for me tonight. Quick show, but major alpha that's coming out of here. I really appreciate everyone that's been watching this week. My first week getting in here. Hope you're having a great time. Get into my DMs at Jovez on Twitter. I'd love to hear your feedback. Tell me what you're looking at. Tell me what you're trading, and I'll do my best to cover it. But have an amazing weekend, everyone, and we're going to see you all on Monday evening. Take care, y'all.